for a few seconds. Yes, so we are recording now, friends. So welcome everybody to the day one of Cloud Performance Engineering and DevOps and SRE course. Friends, this is the yesterday recording, which we had the session on demo, right? I have uploaded this in S3, this MP4 file. I have recorded in Teams. Anybody who knows what is S3 here, I have uploaded this MP4 file S3 and I have shared the link with you. What is S3, friends?
Amazon Cloud.
In Amazon S3 is a simple storage service where we store data like in POLOB format.
It can be any format, okay? So
Yeah, it can
so
be anywhere.
you are correct. It is an AWS service. S3, the name of the service is S3. S3 stands for simple storage service. It is AWS service for storage. We can store anything. We can upload images, videos, tar file, GIF file, anything. Can you give me the real example of some websites, some applications that you use which use S3?
Yeah, for that website data, we can also store in unstructured data. We also can store or
Give me the
structured data.
name of the website. Yeah, give me the name of those websites, websites or applications which use S3 and which we use regularly. We may not know, but
You are asking for the application or website name.
correct.
Gmail.
Amazon itself, you can give an example of
Which one?
Jepto.
Amazon sells.
Which Amazon? Amazon.com. You mean to say this? Amazon.
Amazon
This
sells AmazonSales.com. Yeah.
Amazon sales or Amazon.com,
Yeah.
right? You mean to say this? Website?
Amazon.com. Correct. Yeah,
Okay. Yes,
Amazon.com.
they may be using yes. What else? Give me some other examples apart from Amazon.
Jepto, online, shopping site, Jepto.
Shopping site.
Big basket.
Okay. See, they may or may not use, okay? They may or may not use S3 because S3 we use for storage, lot of storage.
Maximum bank, SBI, HDFC, because if they are using the S3 service, they definitely use that service to storing their old archival data.
Archival data. Perfect. Correct use case. Give me some other examples which are obvious. Yes. Archival, yes, because it's a cheap. And yes, when we archive, a lot of companies they use for archival, backup and restore. But give me the application name which you log in and we use S3. You know that the data is being retrieved from S3 and we are using it live.
Travel booking pages and pages like Netflix.
Netflix, absolutely.
Airbnb, like
yes, Netflix, all the content that we watch in Netflix, Hotstar, Amazon Prime Videos, right? Dropbox, they all use S3, right? And when we upload the file, it directly goes to S3. When we download the file, it directly goes to S3. When we play a video, a content in Netflix, it directly gets streamed from Netflix, right? I have given you this link. When you click on this, you'll be able to stream the video. Correct? Can you check that? Please click on this. You'll be able to stream the video.
Yeah.
So that's how Netflix works. But it has a UI and it has some authorization. I have directly given you the link, right? But when we upload to Netflix, we have a lot of other things, CloudFront. We have a UI authentication. Do you have the subscription or not? They check a lot of things and then the content gets displayed or starts getting streamed. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's go back to our original discussion, friends. So yesterday we had our demo session. we went about the course, right? And we understood various topics that we go over. I'm going to take first 15 minutes to talk about the course, the content, how the flow, right? Basically the flow, I'm going to talk about the flow. How are we going to complete so many things, right? You must have noticed that we have a lot of things to cover. And just by meeting over the weekend, sometimes it looks like it's not possible, right? Because of the huge content. So that's why we have segregated all the content as part of live sessions as well as few recorded sessions, and gonna be my recorded sessions. So how we have planned, okay? So when you enroll, after you enroll, you'll be having the live session like today. Today we are meeting on day one. We start day one on with the cloud, and we take up AWS. And we start with very basic. See, every topic is from very basics. There is no need to have any prerequisite knowledge. You may be few people who may be feeling what is required. Do I need to have any prerequisite knowledge, whether I'll be able to understand it or not? So don't worry about all those things. I understand your pain points. So we take it from very scratch. Even if you do not know, never worked on cloud, but if you have, you need to have a curiosity, friends. That's the most important thing to learn, right? To put efforts. That's the most important thing. So we start with cloud and we go about what is cloud, how different it is from
Sir,
on-prem.
are you talking about that the few session will be recorded and few session will be live, right? Not all the sessions will be live.
I'm talking about everything about the course.
Yeah,
Uh,
that I am telling. So suppose 80% is the live and 20% is the recorded session, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. No, actually that was my question. Yeah, I got my answer.
I'll be listing you here in this page notepad. I'm going to list you what will be recorded, what will be live in detail so that we are on the same page. There is no confusion when you enroll to the course, right? So I'm explaining you in detail. So where I'm not explaining, putting the name as recorded, where I'm not mentioning record, it's going to be live, right? So cloud is completely live. We take it from very scratch. What is cloud? What is service models? What is on-premise cloud? What is the difference between on-premise and cloud? Different service models, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. What are different services? How do we get started with the cloud? We will all have this cloud account. I'm going to guide you. If you do not have this account, all you need to do is go to aws.amazon.com and register. You need to provide your PAN details, credit card details, and they will not misuse the information. I can vouch for that. I have been using this cloud account for a very long time. They never detected the amount. If you're not paying it, they will suspend the amount. They will suspend the account, but they will never misuse, or it'll never be auto pay, right? So everybody will have this cloud account and we'll be doing hands-on practice here. I'm going to show you. We'll talk about a lot of services, EC2, S3, billing and cost management, Lambda, Aurora RDS, VPC, IAM, Event Bridge, SNS, CloudWatch, DynamoDB, Cloud Cell. So a lot of services I'm going to talk about, approximately 15 to 20 services, the core, right, which is must know knowledge, right? I'm going to cover with you. When I'm going over the cloud systems, again, you can go over the link, exact topics here, okay? I will be sharing the link again for you. What exactly are we covering? Please come here and check, right? You have the entire cloud syllabus here. It's going to be more, not less. If you ask for something, you're working on something, we will be covering that as well, right? So there's the cloud. So when we are going over cloud, in parallel, I'll be giving you the recorded session for Linux. This is recorded. Again, 3.5 hours. I don't believe in a lot of content. Important, what is required for you? So 3.5 hours to 4 hours of content here. will be you'll be given. My recording, at least I should take this live. It's very easy to follow, right? And you can ask questions when we meet next in the live session, or you can ask in the WhatsApp group, which you'll be part of, right? Any questions? I'm not able to follow this. What is this? How to proceed? Yeah, all I need you to put efforts. That's it. And if you have questions, I'm more than happy to help you, right? But without practicing, just asking question will not help you in the long run, right? So the recorded session will be like this, right? I'll be sharing this playlist. So this is going to be the playlist for the Linux, which will be given access. Those who are enrolling will be given access to this. And it has everything what you need to know till cell scripting. How do we script? What is the command, basic commands to till cell scripting in this 3.5 hours of recording live sessions covered, right? Along with this, you also have support of PPTs, a lot of documentation. Okay, let me share you what you'll be getting the documents as well to support your knowledge, right? Let's say you are practicing, okay, you'll be given access to this Google Drive, first of all, and it has a lot of contents. For example, cloud, right? When we talk about cloud, the PPTs are there. I'll be referring this PPTs, and if you look at the number of slides that we have, it's around 150 slides. And again, I just told you we'll talk from very basics. What is data center? What is cloud computing? The definitions of cloud computing, the various service models from very basics. And then we ramp up the knowledge, right? And we go up to very detailed, you can see we have 150 up to 150 slides here. So we cover in detail. So similar approach will be there for other topics as well, right? Let me just show you. So for the Linux part, so again, come to the Linux PPT here. So this is the cloud PPT, Docker, Kubernetes, Linux PPT. If you come here, again, from very scratch, what is directory navigations, system, how do we get system information, how do we install something, how do I find user management, control panel in Windows, but there's something called user management. What is the command to check the users, the group concept, the file permissions, like a lot of things, right? So again, you can see the flow, very detailed, step-by-step, hands-on recorded sessions will be provided, and you have the PPT support also for you to refer later, right? One place where you have every notes for you. Okay, that's going to be recorded sessions. It may take time depending on your understanding level, how much efforts you put. It will take some time, but it will never stop. All I need is the basics of Linux to get started. How do we connect? Anyway, I will show you how do we connect to the Linux server and all in the cloud itself. So we'll be starting with this, and then you'll be taking it forward with the commands, more commands. Once we have complete it will take approximately 3 weeks to cover 3 weekends, 3 to 4 weekends. Cloud part, it's going to be quite intensive sessions. We cover a lot of services, right? Then we talk about microservices architecture. What is microservice architecture? Different from monolithic applications. We talk about containers. How do we create containers using container engine like Docker? We talk about container orchestration engine, Kubernetes. Again, to a level which is enough for you to get a job anywhere. You can justify up to 6 years of knowledge, and you can add your own knowledge also, right? Very much. So we cover. So this is called container orchestration engine, Kubernetes, right? So we'll discuss about this. All are hands-on here, right? Then we talk about DevOps. Okay. We talk about, again, it's going to be hands-on, friends. Everything is hands-on. I'm going to show you create cluster, show you how do we create pods, deploy containers, container applications, how do auto scaling works, everything hands-on, right? That is what the goal is. Again, go over the exact course curriculum. What is there in the Kubernetes? You have all these things in Kubernetes, right? If you understand this pod lifecycle, replica set, HPA, cluster auto scaling, how it works, how load balancing works, ingress, how ingress works, everything here. Then we talk about DevOps. We talk about Jenkins here, CI/CD pipeline. I'm going to create a pipeline for you using Jenkins file. Right? When we are going through DevOps, I'm going to give you a recorded session again of Java performance engineering. This is going to be recorded session. Again, my recorded session. Because what I have realized that most of the people know about GC algorithm, right? Parallel GC, CMS, G1 GC. They understand shallow heap, retained heap. They have done trade dump. So I don't want to take the live sessions. So again, if you do not, so you earlier I should take the live sessions. Again, I'm going to show you the playlist. Right? I used to take the live sessions earlier, but I've stopped that just to manage the time so that we can complete the course in 3 months. So we have this JVM architecture, various GC algorithms that we have. What happens in every GC algorithm? How do we analyze GC log, heap dump, thread dump analysis using MAT analyzer, right? So we have details here, right? And feel free to ask questions. So, Rasan, I was going through this. I have this doubt. We can have a discussion in the session. Any live sessions, right? So we'll be taking up this again. This is going to be recorded sessions here. So, right, approximately 12 hours of recorded sessions here. And then, friends, we talk about okay. When we complete the cloud part, I talk about database engineering. Okay, I just missed to tell you cloud database engineering. How do we talk about databases? Because at the last topic of AWS, I talk about auto scaling of VMs. Then we talk about database, how auto scaling works in database, right? It's a different approach, right? We have the standby node and we have read replicas concept from the architecture perspective, right? From the cloud architecture perspective, we'll discuss about that. Okay, so this is the, again, live sessions. And then after this, friends, we talk about observability. We talk about observability. We use what is observability, what is monitoring, how different it is from monitoring, right? We talk about Prometheus, Grafana. I'm going to show you setup Prometheus and Grafana dashboards, install in the server Prometheus. I'm going to do the installation of Prometheus, Grafana, the agents, node exporter, and we will see create some dashboards, see some visualization in Grafana, right? We're going to do that along with Elastic Stack. When I say Elastic Stack, I'm talking about Elasticsearch, Beats, and Kibana, if you know about Elastic Stack. Right? Then after this, friends, we talk about, again, all our live, we talk about automation using Terraform, Ansible, how we automate, right? And then finally, we talk about SRE concepts. Once you have learned through all these things, right? Once you have the fundamentals strong of troubleshooting, technology stack, you understand Kubernetes observability, then we talk about SRE concepts and we cover a lot of things. Again, you have everything in the PPT here, what all we're going to cover from here. So for everything, we have this. For Docker, we have this PPT. the container engine. How do we create container? We talk about architecture, microservices architecture, how we create. We talk about Docker container lifecycle. How do we create containers? We have a lot of commands to share, various Docker commands, and same thing for Kubernetes. How do we create EKS cluster? I'm going to create EKS cluster. It's not just theoretical session, right? Understand this, it's a hands-on, so you can practice it and get as comfortable. You may not get to work in the company where you work, but you'll be getting practice here. You may or may not get to work in the company. Depends again on the roles, responsibilities, but we're going to do the hands-on here on the Kubernetes. And we'll understand everything about Kubernetes. What is Kubernetes? What problem it solves? How auto-scaling works in Kubernetes? HPA, cluster autoscaler, right? We need to understand how a pod YAML looks like, what it is. A lot of concepts. I don't want to overwhelm you right away. I just want you to understand the overall picture here of the course, right? And we talk about SRE concepts. Again, we have, if you go to the PPT here, we have a lot of other links also, YAMLs also, SRE concepts, and we have a lot of good Java performance engineering. When I talk about recorded session, along with that, you have a lot of other documentations also, of a lot of good documents about the memory management, Java performance, good PDFs to go about, collection of a lot of good knowledge repository that we have gathered over the years, right? Again, on the SRE concepts, we have very important things to cover. What is disaster recovery? What is the roles and responsibility of the SRE engineers, right? We cover about the SRE concepts in general. We talk about the book, Google book that we have. One of the very important things from the SRE perspective. This word has come from the Google book, right? So we have Google book here. I have uploaded here. You can go over that. And again, we have a lot of good concepts to talk about from the book as well. Okay, so that's about the course, friends. Along with that, that's about the course. Okay, along with that, we have packaged this thing along with anybody looking into Java coding, programming knowledge, and Python programming knowledge. We are also packaging this. Again, these are not my recorded sessions. Somebody very good at Isha, we have clubbing this. They are all my things. We have clubbed and giving you as a bonus in this course. If you are looking forward on the programming language, Python programming language, right? Along with this course. So this is about the course. Again, all are recorded, right? This are no live sessions here, and they are not mine recording. So I'm being very clear here. Don't have any, not mine, but somebody very good at Isha. People were asking, I need to learn Java coding, Python coding. Okay, so have this with you so that this makes the course complete as such, right? So this is about the course, friends. Any questions that you have on the course? I will take it up and then we'll follow with the day one agenda on the cloud. Go ahead, friends.
I have a question, Roshan.
Go ahead.
For SRE, we need coding knowledge. But
Okay. See, there are, with the current market trend, right? How the IT industry is moving, coding is going to be necessary for all. Whether you are a developer or a tester, we are not living in 5 years or 10 years back, right? Earlier, there was a different case. But with this AI thing, today, if I need a code, I need a logic to write, I have support. We all have support, correct? So coding is going to be a mandatory for all because I can write a prompt and get a code. I need to do a bubble sort. I need to do a selection sort algorithm. I just need to prompt. I need to perform this activity. I need the code for this. I will get it. We are living in this world. So fundamentals, definitely yes. Have Python for the SRE. Fundamentals, you should know how a list looks like, tuple looks like, set looks like, right? Fundamentals, definitely yes. And then complex logic, complex coding could be done through LLM help. That's how we should go about. You cannot survive if you do not know the basics. What is data type, integer float, right? How to write a if block, for block. You're struggling. Very difficult to survive in this current market, right? Or these are very basics we're talking about for loop. So have the fundamentals clear, the definitions part, and fundamentals, few coding here and there, 20 30 programs. And then for the complex one, use LLM and use that and get to how you should know how to use it. That's how should be the approach. I hope I answered your question, Malish.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any other questions? And just to add a couple of things, I think SRE engineers, one of the role is to automate things in production. It could be a database backup. It could be something else. I need to move a file, this particular file from this location to this location. Small automation. You should be able to comfortably write that small script. Use LLM or so fundamentals are must. I'm not saying that you should have a developer like a knowledge, not required. Not required. But you should be able to understand fundamentals, how to write. If I give you the code, you should be able to tell me this is the method, this is the object, this is the class, and you're calling the method here using this object, and you're getting this done. You should be able to understand the basic code. That's all, right? That's the expectation. You should basically have and use LLM tools for your advantage, writing complex logic, and use it in your whatever activity that you're doing. Okay. Any other questions, friends, before we start our day one agenda? See, Selenium also required for SRE, Kaveri? No, not required. Selenium is required by the QA automation engineers, right? When we do the testing, right? When the developers are ready with the code, we need to functionally confirm that the application functionality is working as expected or not. So QA automation engineer does that. As an SRE engineer, our role is in the production. Okay, do we all know what is the role and responsibility for the SRE engineers? Briefly, friends, do we all know?
Yeah, it's kind of like it should have automation, then incident, then it should have kind of automations, terraforms you should know, then
Okay, I'm talking about this. Those are the skills, definitely. The roles and responsibilities, if I ask you. So, friends, again, I have a very good workshop I take to recently. I'll share the recorded session with you. Uh, so there are three skills. I'll take 5 minutes and let me explain you. There are three skills: performance engineers, DevOps engineers, and SREs. Can somebody tell me briefly the difference between these three guys? I must have, just let me check if I have a, okay, perfect. I have taken this, I have this open. Perfect. Let's take this up, right? I have this documented already. Okay. Can anybody tell me the difference between these three skills? Performance engineering skills, DevOps engineer, and SRE engineers. I've explained this. Can somebody take this up? Briefly.
So performance engineering is for to increase the scalability and reliability of the system. DevOps engineering is to provide different like uh, Azure or uh, Azure services or any cloud services. And SRE is like he's an intermediate between the developer ops and like he's looking to the production.
Production part is clear. Okay, yes. So let me just take this up, right? So performance engineers, as you all know, right, we would like to know beforehand when a particular piece of code goes to prod and when it will be subjected to prod load, what happens? I would like to know that situation. I would like to create that situation beforehand so that we can tweak, do optimization, and be ready. We don't want to get surprises in the prod. I'll give you one example. Let's say Hotstar, World Cup was happening. Right? So many people stream Hotstar during the World Cup. 50 crores, right? Approx maximum 60 crores was the maximum live streaming that was happening. Do you agree that they have tested the scalability in the lower environment? They must have tested the scalability, optimized the solution in the lower environment before making it live in the production, where if things did not work, they will have very embarrassment situation. Do we all agree? They would have tested this well in advance.
Yeah.
Obviously, yes, right? When the match is being played, they cannot take that risk in production. Can they take a risk in production? Website Hotstar is not getting displayed. People around the globe are trying to watch the match and they're not able to telecast the match because of the infra issue or any other issue, performance issues. So that's where performance engineers comes to place, right? We simulate the load, we tune the application, optimize the solution, optimize the infra. We look for the infra requirements, what is required for the prod scale. We do all those things, right? As a performance engineers. That's the role and responsibility of the performance engineers. DevOps engineers, they deploy the code. Simple. They deploy the code to various environments. They use automation. Every company, every team uses automation. Performance engineers team also use automation. So DevOps engineer team, they deploy the fundamental skill is they deploy the code in various environments. Whatever the code, the bug fix, feature enhancement, they deploy in various environments. Right? And when they deploy, they need some skills. They need to have infra knowledge, cloud knowledge, automation, Jenkins, CI/CD pipeline. They should have the knowledge of all those things. Obviously, they need to create infrastructure also, DevOps engineers, right? As an SRE engineer, when the code is deployed to prod, when the code is running in prod, as an SRE engineer, our goal is to make sure that the customer are having the best experience. So when the match is being telecasted, right, in Hotstar, I'm giving this example because that was the maximum traffic I saw in recent time. So when the match is being played in Hotstar, 50 crores people, 60 crore people are streaming the website. There are teams working 24/7, particularly during the match time. Definitely, yes. There are some serious engineers there working, checking all those metrics, health metrics. Where could be the problem? What going on? Are we able to scale properly or not? Right. So they are typically the guys which takes care of the customer experience, and they try to find out the issues well in advance. So proper alerting is required. Efficient alerting is the skill set. If I ask you about the skill set, observability is one of the very important skill set for the SRE engineers. To be able to create dashboard, set right alerts, efficient alerting, troubleshooting. So be very good at troubleshooting. If something goes wrong in prod, I cannot call everybody, all the employees in the call, right? To fix the problem, I should be able to narrow down the issue. Where could be the problem? Yes, the real fix could be done by some other team in the company. But narrowing down the issue, drilling down, troubleshooting is very important skill set of the SRE engineers. And they match, all these skill sets match with the performance engineers. They need to have very good, thorough understanding of architecture of the application. Without that, how can they troubleshoot? They need to have very technology knowledge, tech stack knowledge on everything. What is database they're using? What is the web server, app server, which technology they are deployed? Are they using asynchronous communication or event-driven application, synchronous application, Kafka? Are they using Kafka? Are they using Redis? We need to have a very good technical knowledge, right? And understanding and the sensitivity of the customer problem. Customer awareness, very important. So if I have to sum it, right, I can just tell you in these 4 or 5 words that they are the skills of the SRE engineers. So DevOps engineer role is simple. Okay, they deploy the code to production. That's it, done. But what happens over the period of time in production, which is the most important thing? What is the most important thing for Amazon.com? Is it the development team, QA team? Like all these things are important, but what matters the most? Customer experience, yes or no? For any website. That's the ultimate goal of any company. Now, when you talk about customer experience, I talk about everything. Applications should be highly available, reliable, fault tolerant performance, and with the cost optimized solution. That's why SRE engineers needs to have multiple skills, right? And that's why we are talking about all these things here. Okay, does that make sense, all of you? I hope I'm making sense. Can I get a quick thumbs up, friends? Okay, I am getting few questions. Okay, Srinivas, you have raised your hand. Any questions? Go ahead. Thumbs up is you're all good. Raise of hand means you have a question. Srinivas, your thumbs up or raise of hand?
Just thumbs up.
Okay, perfect. Jayachandra, you have a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, hi Roshan. Actually, I have knowledge on the observability tool like Dynatrace
Right.
and the monitoring tool is SolarWinds. But I don't have any knowledge on about the cloud and database engineering, these things, other things and all. Is that good to learn the SRE for now, or I need to learn basic things about the cloud and these things, and after that can I go for the SRE? I'm a little bit confused these things, Roshan. Can you please help me on this? Yeah, in this call or also after call also we'll connect and
no, like let me answer this for the broader audience.
Okay. Yeah.
See, all these things are important. Okay, Jayachandra. All these things are important. Just by good at observability will not help you, right? Yeah, it's a very important skill. You are good at creating dashboard, right? Monitor setup, but that's one part. The real skill, if you ask me, the real thing here is the troubleshooting. The real thing. Can you troubleshoot? Can you drill down? Can you find the bottleneck of a problem? Can you find the root cause? That is what segregates engineer, senior engineer, principal engineer. So I don't know your level of experience, right? So that's the and it takes effort. It takes the knowledge of architecture. Troubleshooting is not a skill. Nobody will tell you, okay, just do that. No, because it depends on the problem to problem. It is subjective. Nobody can automate this part, right? Because you need to have multiple knowledge. You should have the knowledge on the dashboard. You should understand the metrics, what a CPU mean, or what is the write threshold of your application that you work on, memory write threshold. You should understand GC, garbage collection, shallow heap, retained heap, database, what to check in database, what to check in web server, what to check in app server, what to check in asynchronous Kafka, lag. So it needs the knowledge of the tech stack. When I say observability, right? So you need to knowledge of the architecture of the application. You should have the knowledge of the tech stack. Along with, you should have the application knowledge also, right? Then only we can be good at troubleshooting, finding the root cause. What could be the problem? But first of all, it's a functional problem or a non-functional problem that itself from the I'm going to give you a couple of examples in the course, right? So to answer your question, Chandra, all the skills are important to call yourself as an SRE engineer, right? There are companies where they'll be only expecting the observability, but in general, when you look at, right, you need the overall knowledge to be an SRE engineer. Again, SRE engineers are of 3 levels, right? L1, we have L2, we have L3. What are L1? They are support engineers, right? They work in production support, in shifts, the L1 engineers. L2 engineers is what I'm talking about. This course prepares you for the L2 engineers, where you are a person, senior person, where you are writing SOPs, standard operating procedures. If the alert comes, what needs to be done? What else to be checked? You should know when to inform your senior person in the team, right? So, and you should be good at troubleshooting. So these are the skills, is all the skills that I'm talking about. We are preparing for the L2 engineers. Then L3 are the subject matter expertise. They could be the development team, principal developer, right? SMEs of a particular module. Let's say you have 10 microservices. You may not know about, you're not the SME for a microservice, right? If you know the problem is with the code, you need to call the person who had developed the code. They understand the business functionality, right? So SMEs. So we are preparing here for the L2 engineers. Okay, I hope it makes sense, Jayachandra. Did I answer your question?
Got it, Roshan. Yeah, I got it, Roshan. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, to troubleshoot, friends, we should have the knowledge of cloud. We should be good at Linux to issue commands, find the problems. You should be comfortable navigating through the Linux OS. You should be good at Docker, Kubernetes. If the application on the Java base, you should know how to troubleshoot Java applications. So troubleshooting is one word, but it needs a lot of skills to be good at troubleshooting. I hope everybody understands this, right? Finding the root cause. The problem could be anywhere, right? The problem could be with the database. The problem could be with the network. The problem could be with the application server code. The problem could be with the infra. The problem could be with one of the AWS services. So the problem could be anywhere. But that is resulting in some high response time or high status code of 5x6. But we need to find the root cause. So if you do not have a thorough understanding of the architecture, the tech stack, right, and the cloud, Docker, containers, Kubernetes, right, along with the application knowledge, very difficult to troubleshoot. So it needs a lot of skills, and we will develop over the time in this course. Okay. Any other questions, friends? You can lower your hand, Jay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Joy, you have a question? I see you have pinged something. I don't know when you pinged because I don't understand how you managed to know all these applications while I'm still battling with Java and API. Okay, Joy, can you ask your question? I'm not able to understand by this.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, go ahead, Joy.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Go ahead.
I just asked a question that all these applications that you're talking about as a tester, do I need to know all these applications?
Can you repeat that question? I could not get that. Testers.
Okay, as a tester, is it necessary that I must know all these applications, Kubernetes, container,
Okay,
Grafana,
which
all these
tester?
ones?
We are talking about SREs here, right? Which tester you're talking about? What's your skill set, Joy? I'm not able to understand. When you say tester, what do you exactly mean?
Tester, I mean quality assurance.
Yeah, which type? Are you functional tester, automation tester, performance tester?
I have been a manual tester, and I'm a functional tester, performance tester, but I am trying to go into automation testing. So I am having problem with Java and Selenium.
Okay, if
So,
you're go ahead.
Okay.
See, if
Okay.
you're looking to become an automation engineer, just stick to, I think, Java and Selenium. That should be enough for now. You don't need to know all these things. If you're looking to become an automation engineer.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. This course
Okay,
is for
thank
the
you.
SREs engineers. Those are looking, if they are performance engineers and they're looking to become SRE engineers, this course is for them. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can I ask you one personal question, please?
What does it mean?
Yes, because I don't
Yeah.
know how you manage to know all these applications. Is it you that developed them?
Can somebody help me understand? I'm not able to follow Joy. What is that, Joy?
Okay. Yes. Is it you that developed all these applications, Grafana, Kubernetes? Are they your applications? Are you a developer? Is it you that developed them? Because I don't know how you manage to know them fluently.
Okay, no problem. See, Joy, I think our skill sets are different, Joy. Okay. You are a manual functional tester. You are trying to become an automation engineer. So don't worry about all these things, right? Your aspirations are different. So let's focus on your aspirations, focus on Java, focus on Selenium. That should be good for you for now.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, thank you. Okay, friends, any other questions?
Hey, Roshan, this is Jay.
Yeah.
Hey, so will we build like a real world project using all these tools
Yes.
at the end of the day?
Yes. So we are going to do hands-on on every topic here, Jay.
So
Everything is hands-on based.
So Kubernetes, Prometheus, and Terraform will be hands-on.
But
not
everything
like
is hands-on
overview.
from the cloud, no overview, right? Everything is hands-on here. So when we talk about cloud, again, it's a lot of services. Go over the link, right? I have given you the link. I believe you have the link with you, right? So
yeah,
go over the
today
link.
is my first class, so I
Okay.
just
So I'm going to help you with the link. Go over the link. You will understand about the course syllabus, Jay.
okay. And
In detail,
end of the
we go.
day,
Yeah.
like for the roles we apply for the job, it should like do we apply for SRE? How it's going to be look like SRE with performance?
See, this course will help anybody who, let's say, if you are a performance tester and you are looking towards to become a performance engineer or a cloud performance engineer, this course will be helpful for you.
Okay.
If you are into DevOps, if you're looking towards becoming an SRE engineer, it will help you. If you are a developer trying to get the knowledge of deployment, SRE's mindset, it will help you, right? If you're into support, L1 support, trying to become an SRE, it will help you, right? So this is gonna be helpful. All these skills are gonna be helpful for the performance testers also. May I know your skill, Jay? I'll guide you better.
I'm a functional tester. I also have performance using LoadRunner API testing.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're a performance tester, functional performance tester, basically, right?
Yeah.
Right. So definitely this course, if you're looking to transition your career to a performance engineer, right? Or a cloud engineer working in having the understanding of the cloud, Docker, Kubernetes, right? Infrastructure. This course will be helpful for you. They are
Okay.
must knowledge for anybody technical nowadays. Everybody has to be technical nowadays. Just by just by functional testing, you cannot survive in current market. Everything is getting automated by just one prompt, right? You need to have, everybody needs to have multiple skill in upcoming years. That's how the world is moving towards. So good
Yeah, I
that
want
you
to
are,
like move towards SDET and SRE.
yeah.
So yeah,
This
so just
definitely will be adding a lot of value to you.
helping.
Yes.
So you also included Playwright and Selenium in this course,
No,
no?
no. It's not a course for the automation engineers. No.
Okay, okay. Just like a foundation to start with SRE.
No. I do not have. I do not have that skill also. I do not.
Okay.
I'm not. I understand what is Selenium does. I have worked on Selenium for the performance testing part. I developed a script in Selenium. I was doing the load test, but I was just injected one user to capture the replay time, the user experience. I have captured the entire flow for that Selenium. I just used briefly. I am not an automation engineer, like
Okay.
UI automation engineer using Playwright or other framework.
Okay. So we won't, and also we won't cover any API frameworks.
No.
Rest
This
assured.
is not
We will
an.
cover.
Okay, Jay, I think
Okay.
you are mistaking it. It's not an
Okay.
automation course.
It's not automatic. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not a test automation course. It's a
yeah. I'll go to
totally
the syllabus.
non-functional. You're talking about functional. It's a totally
Mm.
non-functional SRE knowledge, right? That we are trying to. That this course aims at.
Okay, mostly towards operations side.
Operations non-functional. We call it
Non-functional.
functional,
Okay.
non-functional, right?
Yep, yep,
Non-functional,
yep.
and from the SRE mindset is what we aim it here.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
Okay, Gauri, go ahead.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, Roshan.
Yes.
So after completed that course, do we get any kind of certificate? I mean, the training certificate will we get?
Yeah, from the institute you will get. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Yes, Aditya.
Roshan, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello. Can you able to hear me?
Yes. Aditya, you're
So,
audible. Go ahead.
yeah. So I'm performance engineer. I'm also into the architect role also. So if I want to go into the SRE, so does SRE have specific roles like some company required only observability or incident management role, if or they required cloud like cloud knowledge mandatory for SREs, or there is a like different roles also present.
Okay, you asked couple of questions, right? You asked only one sentence, but you asked couple of questions. Okay, I'll go on. Try to answer one by one. Is cloud knowledge must? Yes, absolutely must. Because why? Because the infrastructure is in the cloud. They
Correct.
use cloud services. And if the complete architecture is in the cloud, to troubleshoot, to understand the end-to-end picture, you should have a thorough understanding of cloud. No
No,
doubt
I'm
on
not
this.
talking about cloud computing. I was talking about cloud computing. Like
I'm
does
also talking about cloud computing.
no, so SRE guys need to work on like deploy the services, create the instances, all those things they need to do.
They can
Like
use Terraform script to do that. They need to develop on this. See, again, everything is getting automated, Aditya, right?
right.
So creating a server we will not do nobody does this manually nowadays, right? In production or in any lower environment. We focus on writing the Terraform script, which can give you the complete infrastructure.
No, Roshan, the SRE will not create the infrastructure, right? Yeah, we
Again, okay,
come to know
Aditya.
that one.
Okay, Aditya,
Yeah,
again,
so
see, there are roles and responsibilities, okay? It all depends. There is nothing written in a rock that this is what our SRE will do. You could join a company where DevOps and SRE's team are together. What will you do? I'm giving you a scenario, right? So if you are getting a job only in a particular, let's say, observability, let's say, again, you need to know the tech stack, the application to enable the observability for all the tech stack. That is a must thing, right? you may end up having only they are only recruiting you to do a troubleshooting, okay, finding the problems for the production or doing the incident management. That can be one of the skills. You could be hired to write the Terraform script. There could be anything they can ask you. When they what Terraform, Kubernetes will automatically come into picture, and cloud will also automatically come into picture. So there could be anything. They know particularly defined that this is what the SREs will be working at. Why do you think we have so many things here in this course? I can be only talking about incident management, or I can be only talking about observability, right? But it doesn't work that way. You look at the job description, okay? I'll do one thing. I'll just go to LinkedIn and look at the job descriptions. You'll understand. You go over 10 job descriptions, you're gonna find different expectations from a companies. Just go there and search. Right? You'll find different expectations. Companies are not expecting the same way, same thing. And even the performance engineers are being looked at as a SRE engineer. They are expecting, because they know they run load tests, they understand capacity planning. So even the performance engineers are considered to be good candidate to become SRE engineers. So that is one of the very important skills. So look for 10, 12 skill sets here. Go over the JDs. You will understand the various expectations that the company has. Confluent will have one expectations. Morgan Stanley will talk about complete infrastructure here, right? Let's go over it. They will talk about complete infrastructure as code. Now, as you were saying, you would not be working on, but look at the expectations here.
Roshan, one more thing, like what will be your timing, weekend timing?
Okay, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. IST.
PM IST. Okay.
Okay, friends. Okay, friends, are we good? Any other questions? Please lower your hand, Aditya, so that I can understand from others. Friends, are we good? All good? Okay, let's start with our. Let's talk about the day one agenda, friends. At least I want to cover 15 minutes. Okay, first thing first. What is cloud, friends? That's our agendas today, cloud, and we're going to take up from there. What do you think cloud means? And when we say cloud, how are we comparing against? Are we comparing about on-premise? Obviously, yes. So can somebody tell me the difference between on-premise and cloud? One line, a couple of lines, nothing more.
On-premise is the same company having their own infrastructure, whereas cloud is infrastructure provided by a service provider.
Right, absolutely right. Yeah. So, okay, for others, I'm going to open a cloud PPT. Right, I already had this open. Yeah. So, friends, we call this as data center. Right. This is what we call a data center. Whether you have on-premise or you are using a cloud provider, is it a common thing, right? All the infrastructure is here. Earlier, if you had a business idea, let's say Jeff Bezos, he had this idea of deploying Amazon.com website. He wanted a lot of infrastructure, a lot of servers, compute, storage. He started small in one room, kept few servers, but the application grew, the infrastructure requirements grew, right? And he has to set up such data centers, right? Land procurement, constructing building, purchasing all the servers, very costly affair. The servers will generate enormous amount of heat, maintaining cool temperature of the facility, having multiple redundant power sources, internet providers, security personnel for the security of the facility, hardware engineers to check the hardware, functionality of the hardware. All these things are very important and very costly, right? Not everybody can afford, but that's how a data center looks like. When you own this, or the company where you work, when they own it, we call it on-premise. But when you use somebody else data center, like AWS have 100+ data centers across the globe. Same for Azure, GCP, Google Cloud Platform. It's their business, right? They are big players. They have invested a lot across the globe. They have such data centers, infrastructure. They have invested a lot. And what we do, we rent. We means the customers. Why do you think so many startups are opening nowadays? Because they don't need to worry about infrastructure, right? If you have few developers, QA engineers, that's it. Startup is ready. You get the infrastructure in the cloud, deploy it. Because earlier it was not the case, right? If you have business idea, you need to have such data centers, such investment needs to be made upfront, right? So when you own such facility, that on-premise, but when somebody else owns it and we leverage it, that's cloud provider. That's the fundamental difference. Who owns it? Who is owning the infrastructure? That is the definition. So cloud is not something cloud, right? It's about we don't own it. That's it. We don't own it. We leverage it. Somebody else have set up such data centers. It's a business for them, like a shop. We go and buy some items. We pay rent, monthly rent. And when we stop paying the rent, that's it, done. They will make all the servers non-operational. They will be stopped. They'll not be, you will not be able to log in. It's like how we stay in a rented apartment, right? As long as we pay the bill, we are authorized to stay. Legally, we are authorized to stay, enjoy the services. But when we stop paying, we will get few warnings. But after a few months, that's it, done. We need to vacate. We cannot stay there. Same thing happens for the cloud. So somebody else, so cloud providers, they have a lot of infrastructure across the globe. So that's the fundamental difference. Friends, are we good? Quick thumbs up. Cloud versus on-premise. It's all about the ownership. It's all about the ownership. What are the benefit of cloud, right? Again, we don't have to put a lot of upfront amount, capital investment. We don't need to do. We don't need to develop a UI like on-premise to get servers, to get storage. Everything is ready-made. It's like a service apartment. Cloud is like a service apartment. You just go with your luggage, start staying. So that's the cloud for you, right? That's the console. Look at this beautiful console. I have logged into the AWS console. I have an account in AWS. You can get a similar account in Azure, GCP, Alibaba. There are so many cloud providers. Yesterday I told you, go to aws.amazon.com, register the account, and you will land up on this page. Do we get such space in on-premise? You have to develop it. Correct? Nothing comes there for free. You have to develop it. Don't expect you will get, okay, can we also get such console in on-premise? No, you will have to develop it because your infrastructure. Whether you have developed it or not, it's up to you, right? So, but cloud, everything is ready-made. I need server. Okay, get it. You go to a service. There are services. We go to EC2, get some servers, whatever servers you need. 4 core, 8 core, 10 servers, 20 servers, 30 servers, depending on your requirement. You do the shopping, pay the bill. That's it. Here, we can come here get servers, deploy our application. If I need to store, like a Netflix is one of the biggest client of AWS. They use a lot of infra of AWS. So they use S3 for the storage service. They use a lot of storage. Hotstar, friends. Now Geo is also getting a cloud. They have got an on-premise. They have got an Azure cloud. They complete half data center of Azure. But again, they were in Hotstar. They were using a lot of infrastructure of AWS. So you get whatever you need, and you pay the bill. That's the cloud for you. So when somebody tells you, do you know cloud? What does it mean? It means that are you comfortable with this console? Are you comfortable with creating servers, storage, load balancer, auto scaling group, Kubernetes cluster? Because the infrastructure is in the cloud. And then you need to on top of that, you need to deploy your application. So are you comfortable doing all these things? Security, configuring security for your services. That's what it means, that whether you know cloud or not. So that is what we are going to focus on in this course, right? And we'll be going in detail, friends. On from next weekend, we are going to go in detail. We will talk about a lot of things, cloud computing, right? So what are the definitions of cloud computing? Why cloud computing? I told you, right? A very costly, upfront fee. We don't want everybody, right? We have a lot of justifications for the why do we need cloud computing, right? Cost reduction. We don't want upfront fee. Scalability. Today you need a lot of servers. Tomorrow you don't need. Get it. Just with a click. In on-premise, you have to purchase the server. Set up disaster recovery easily. Because every infra is there. It's all about paying the bill. Data security, mobility control. We have a lot of good options, right? One of the definitions, popular definitions of cloud, I'll talk about the definitions, but just keep this simple example, some simple definition. Cloud computing is computing based on the internet. All you need, friends, all you need is the internet. I could be in the remotest part of the country. I could be in a village. All I need is the laptop and internet connectivity. That's it. I can work from anywhere. I can log into this guy. I can create infrastructure in any part of the globe. Right now, there are so many regions. I'll talk about regions, how many data centers we have. We have regions across the globe. So if you go to AWS global infrastructure, this is not the website. Okay, look at this. So we'll talk about so many services we have. You have services in North America, in South America, in Europe. All these are regions. Each region has got multiple data centers. They are, look at this presence of AWS, Africa, South Pacific, Australia, New Zealand. They are present across the globe. They have data centers across the globe. So we will discuss about the regions, on what basis we select a region. What are the criteria of selecting a region? Can we randomly select a region? So we'll discuss all these things, friends, in next weekend. Okay. So I'm going to stop it here, friends. Let's not. Today was a 1 hour session, as mentioned here. We are going to be a full-fledged, right? We'll be discussing about from the next weekend, right? So if you look at the timings, right, as I have mentioned, today was a 1 hour session. So I have taken it for more than 1 hour. Okay. So we'll be having, friends, continued discussion for the next weekend. Okay, so that's all, friends. I'll stop it here. We have introduced cloud, and everybody, those who are looking forward to learning cloud with me, or otherwise also, get a cloud account first. Okay, go to aws.amazon.com and sign up. Create the account. You know, to provide your Gmail address, any email address, and personal details. They will ask you PAN details. They will ask your credit card details. Few debit card, Indian debit card also works. They will not detect the amount. Good, Samir. So they will not detect the amount. I can vouch for this. They have never detected in last 8 years, more than 8 years. Yeah, I have been working. So they will not misuse your information. I can vouch for that. So create one account and be ready with me on the cloud journey, friends. So that's all, friends, for today. Thank you so much, everybody. Any questions? Go ahead. Okay, no questions. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.